guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be talking about virtual queues. Now, Disney uses virtual queues for new and very popular rides to reduce the amount of time guests have to wait in line. When Frozen first opened in Epcot, and this was several years ago now, before virtual queues, people waited in line more than 4 hours. And when you're paying so much to go to Disney, you want to maximize your time actually riding rides, not waiting in line. So currently, they're using virtual queues for just a few rides, and that includes Tron in the Magic Kingdom, Guardians of the Galaxy in Epcot, and Rise of the Resistance during Jollywood Nights in Hollywood Studios, so not during regular park hours. Now, these rides that have virtual queues don't have traditional standby lines, so you don't have a choice here if you want to ride the ride. You either need to use the free virtual queue, and it's free with park admission, or you can pay to use the lightning lane. So not surprisingly, the free option of using the virtual queue, those spots go first because people will want to ride it for free if they can, and then if they can't get a free spot, they will pay to use the lightning lane. Now, there are a couple of drawbacks of using the virtual queue. First, you don't get to pick your return time. So with the virtual queue, they assign you a return window that's usually about an hour. If you do the lightning lane, then you do get to pick what your return window is. Second, because it's free, these spots go extremely quickly. Now, there are 2 times Disney releases virtual queue spots, at 7 a.m. and at 1 p.m. Now, at 7 a.m., you do not have to be in the park, which is good because most parks aren't open at 7 a.m. But at 1 p.m., you do need to be in the park for the ride you're trying to get a virtual queue spot for. If you wait, if you're looking at the 7 a.m. drop and you wait until 7:01 to log into the My Disney Experience app, they're going to be gone. That is how quickly they go. So personally, what we have done is you should log into your My Disney Experience app a couple of minutes ahead of time. Then at 6:59 a.m., you should be logged into your My Disney Experience app and go into the virtual queue section. Hit refresh starting at 6:59 a.m. And that way, when 7 o'clock hits, when you hit refresh, you'll automatically get assigned a virtual queue. We have done this method and have not gotten them before. Just in the few seconds between hitting refresh, all the spots have gone. So do that ahead of time. And like I said, at 1 p.m., if you want to try again and get a virtual queue spot, you need to be in the park to do so. Like I said, if you don't get a virtual queue spot, you do have another option, and that is to purchase a lightning lane. I think I'm going to do a separate video on that because it's a whole different process. You have to pay for it. It's completely different than the virtual queue idea. So I'll do a separate video on that. But this is the general gist of how to ride one of the rides that use a virtual queue. And this is not going to be forever. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure in Epcot, I think that's what it's called, in Epcot, they had a virtual queue for a while. They no longer do. Now they have the traditional standby line. But they do this in the beginning while rides are super, super popular. I would expect Tiana's, the Tiana ride that is going to be where Splash Mountain was, I would expect that to use a virtual queue initially, just because when that opens, they're going to have crazy long lines otherwise as well. Now, one more thing I wanted to say about this, if it is a late night, like if there's a hard ticket event, or if it is extended evening hours for deluxe resort guests, there may be another drop. I think that's at 6 p.m. We'll put in right here if it's a different time, but I'm pretty sure it's 6 p.m. And you have to be I think you have to be in the park for that one too. Again, we'll put that one on. I've never personally done the 6 p.m. one, but there is a third drop on some nights for some guests. So that is how you get to ride the rides with the virtual queue. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up and share. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye, guys.